All right, 25-00423, Lawrence Powell III.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Lawrence Powell. Mr. Powell, you need to start your video and unmute.
I'm trying to do that now.
Okay.
Coming from work. Here we go.
All right. Your Honor, thank you very much for allowing me to bring Mr. Powell to the afternoon Operation Drive docket. This was a pretrial this morning on the Berkeley docket. I did speak with Ms. Hamame. There is a plea offer in the file that Mr. Powell and I went over, and he would like to enter into that right now.
All right, Mr. Powell, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, please put your hand down. Mr. Powell, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, sir.
Have you had a full chance to discuss this with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with her advice?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're pleading guilty to allowing a licensed person to drive and responsible to expired plates. Allowing a licensed person to drive is a misdemeanor, carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. It does not go on your driving record, though. Expired plates is just a civil infraction. It also does not go on your driving record. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of these charges, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Mr. Powell, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you'd have at a trial?
Yes, sir.
Once you plead guilty, there'll be no trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Anybody promise you or threaten you in any way?
No, sir.
It's your own choice to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, directing your attention to March 9th of this year, 2025. Were you in the city of Berkeley?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes, sir.
And do you plead responsible to expired plates?
Yes, sir.
All right, satisfied, Ms. Chappelle?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. So Mr. Powell would...
I did a quick lookup, Judge, and I found no proof out of Detroit.
I can tell you right now. So Mr. Powell would have just, I think, recently celebrated, is it 34?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he's 34 years old, and from what I can tell, has never had a license. All right. So it's time. It's time. The reality that he's been living has to come to an end, because I don't want him to wake up one day and he's 54 years old and he's never had a license before. All right. And this is the place where that changes. Now, he has one ticket out of Romulus, a no proof of insurance. He has two tickets out of Detroit that are suspending him, no proof of insurance, and one ticket out of Dearborn Heights, no proof of insurance. So he may have a number of unpaid tickets, Mr. Powell, but they changed the law. Only certain tickets, I'm sure Ms. Chappelle's already told you this, only certain tickets suspend your license. So let's go after those first. And once we take care of that, then we can get the business of making your Secretary of State appointment, and then you can start taking your written road and all of that. So, Mr.
Okay.
Powell, I believe we work together here. It's going to take us a minute. I get that. There's a lot of money associated with it. But if you stick with us, you can get your license. Are you interested?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's get to work. So I'll bump this out 90 days, Ms. Chappelle, so we can get to work on these things.
Thank you very much.
All right, so you'll get notice in the mail from us. And you'll be able to zoom in. You won't have to worry about finding a ride to court. And you just need to give us updates. I don't even expect everything to be done in 90 days. All right, but let's start chipping away. Got it?
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, see you in 90 days. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll send up an updated address for him after the docket.
Thank you very much. All right, I need Mr. Stevens.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oops, sorry.
We'll call Mr. Stevens and Ms. Foster's on deck, so I'm going to keep calling who's next, so you could be ready to go as soon as we get done calling the case before you. All right, 24-00747. This is People v. Jared Stevens.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Jared Stevens. As you recall, Judge, he's got out-of-state matters, California and Nevada. We did discuss some options for legal representation in those states. He has reached out to some post-conviction attorneys trying to get an appointment lined up for next week. He's working right now. He's got a young new family, works a ton of hours, so he's just trying to manage all of those things, but he is working on the out-of-state matters.
Okay, so we've got a plan. That he at least is taking the first steps, because hiring the attorney, talking about options, those are first steps. And the fact that he's reaching out, that's an important first step. And if he needs more time, I'm happy to give it to him. Mr. Stevens, do you want more time on this?
Yeah, I was just going to request a little bit more time. I have my appointment with this post-relief attorney Thursday of next week, and then I can get a more clear, decisive action. More than likely, it was a $50 consultation, and then it's a $500 actual plan and get together. So it's just kind of how it
honestly,
goes.
That's not bad.
It's not, honestly, the ticket itself was almost $3,000. So I'm just trying to get this taken care of. I really am.
So
it seems that it's just going to be time, sadly,
fine.
Time and money.
Just keep showing up with us. Keep giving us updates.
Yeah.
That's our job right now, is just to sort of keep being that gentle tap on the shoulder, like, hey, let's get this done. Let's keep working on this. All right.
Hey, stern reminder. I need it bad. So.
All right, 90 days, Ms. Chappelle. 90 days. All right. Get back to work, Mr. Stevens.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Foster.
Thank you very much, Ms. Chappelle.
Mhm.
And then so Ms. Foster's up now, and then Marcus Bright is on deck.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so Mr. Bright, I'll be calling you right after Ms. Foster. Ms. Foster, case number 25-00120.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Ms. Foster. Judge, she's got a no proof out of Grosse Pointe Farms. It's $298. She knows the ticket. She knows the amount. She's out of work because she had a baby. So she's taking home.
Hey, congratulations, Ms. Foster.
And,
Thank you.
and she anticipates likely being able to get the funds together to pay that ticket, I would say end of December. So we're asking for more time.
Absolutely. I mean, this is our first review together. Obviously, and do we need to be more quiet, Ms. Foster? Is the baby sleeping right now? Because we could
Right
whisper.
here. Yeah.
Ms. Chappelle, we are too loud right now. Okay, no.
The baby looks zonked out.
So, Ms. Foster, what we're going to do is we're just going to bump this out another 90 days. You are one ticket away. One. All right. And then we could be back in the game, right? She'll have to renew her license, but she's only one ticket away. So, Ms. Foster, I'll bump this out 90 days, and then hopefully you get back on your feet and get going again, because that baby's going to have a million places to go.
Yes.
So, I didn't get a quick look. Boy, girl?
Girl.
Name?
Niaja.
Niaja. Well, again, I want you to be able to take her everywhere she needs to go. And so let's get this done the right way. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'll adjourn this 90 days. Thanks for checking in with us. You're all set for today. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Marcus Bright, then Mr. Thomas. All right. So Mr. Bright, 23-00186.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Marcus Bright. Mr. Bright, did you see my text messages, sir?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so we may need to look at his phone number to update it, but in any event, he has a permit and it doesn't expire until April, so it's a matter of just setting up the road test.
Okay. So, yeah, and he just got, so he just got the permit, and my guess is, You didn't have a license before this, right, Mr. Bright?
No, I never. No, I
Okay.
never had one.
So probably when he got his permit, they're like, you got to sit on that for 30 days, right?
Yeah, they gave me until November 29th to take it.
And then after that, once November 29th hits, you can schedule it after that, right?
Yeah.
This is great. Okay. So all he needs is a little bit more time. And then obviously what we're going to do for you, sir, is, once you get that done, we're going to greatly reduce your fines and costs. You don't have to pay anything right now. And so let's make sure we finish this job. It's been a long time coming, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So let me just make sure we got a good number for you. You got the notice sent to you today, right?
No, I'm not sure. I don't know which number you guys have. It's a 586.
Wait, whoa. I don't, we're on the record, so I like to protect people's information. So I'm going to send you a chat directly, Mr. Bright, and all you need to do is chat it back to me, and then I can get it to Ms. Chappelli, and then she could text you, okay?
All right, cool.
All right, so I think just bumping it 60 days, he'll have his license. Great. Mr. Bright starts out the new year 2026 with his license.
Oh yeah.
All right. Did you send it through? Did you chat us the phone number?
Oh, I see it. I see it now. One second. All right, yeah, it's in there.
All right. You got it, Ms. Chappelli?
Yes, and that is the number that I used. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm not.
So just look through your texts. Ms. Chappelli will send you a text, okay?
All
And it's not spam. It's actually a real person trying to help you, all right?
Okay.
All right, we'll see you in 60 days, all right?
All right. I appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Gregory Thomas, then Slayton, 2200593.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelli on behalf of Gregory Thomas. Judge, he's pretty close. He's got a matter out of Highland Park and Detroit. And then there's some money on a case out of Hazel Park. So I think we're in a situation where he just needs more time he's working, as much as he can, 34 hours a week. He'd work more if he could get more.
Right.
But he just, needs some more time to get going on these.
It's just, I know that I'm guessing that Hazel Park one's pretty expensive, right?
Right. The total right now is 1,962. I'm hoping that if he writes a letter to the judge in Hazel Park and tells him that he's in this program and it's just a monetary issue, that he owes money on the file, that they perhaps would allow him to pay a certain amount down and get that clearance.
And I would hope so. But I mean, in the meantime, Mr. Thomas, just keep chopping away. All right. There's no other. I wish there was a fast forward button that I could give the people in our program, but the reality is it really is just as simple as, putting down what you can and just slowly but surely chipping away. And that's the key. Are you doing okay otherwise, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, I'm hanging in there, steady trying to get more hours, but they giving us only 34 hours, and but I'm underneath that, I'm trying to hang in there.
See, my guess is they're probably doing that because if they give them full-time status, they got to give them benefits, right?
Right.
So, all right. Well, Mr. Thomas, keep chipping away. And then I do advise you definitely that, I mean, what Ms. Chappelli says makes sense about writing a letter to see if maybe if you put something on it, if the judge there will at least let you pay the clearance there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll adjourn this another 4 months if that's what you're asking. Is that what you'd like to do, sir?
Yes.
All right. Great. All right. You're all set for today, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Take care. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye. You too.
All right. Mr. Slayton. This is case number 2401890.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelli on behalf of Mr. Slayton. There he is. So Judge, looks like from the review that he is suspended out to August of 2026 because of a driver license suspended that I believe caused a 1 year suspension.
Let me take a look real quick, okay?
Thank you.
Hmm. Interesting. It's a 2-year suspension. So basically, it was a plea that he took back in July of last year. And they suspended him for 2 years. The Secretary of State. So until 2026. I'm a little confused by that. I'm trying to figure out. Huh. I mean, I've seen, and we've seen plenty of times, the 1-year suspension.
Right.
Michelle,
I was wondering if it was because of multiple convictions for a driver license suspended within a year's time.
No, it looks to me like it might be something related to, he had an implied consent
Oh,
suspension.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
So he's picked up 2 implied consent suspensions. It looks like that, like he had one in 2021, he had another one in 2023. So the second time he refused, maybe that's a 2-year.
Yeah. Within 7 years, I believe it is.
So, I mean, here, that's where we're at now. He fortunately, I mean, I'm happy to report that since he's been with us, he hasn't picked up any new tickets. And so it's just going to be up to him whether he wants to stick with us through that August date. We can continue to delay it, but he's got to agree to it. If he wants to be sentenced today, obviously I can't give him the break and fines and costs. But if he wants to stick with us and see this all the way through to the end, since he stepped foot into this court and got involved with our program, he hasn't picked up any new tickets, right, Mr. Slayton? So he's at least on his end, he's holding up his end of the bargain. So if he wants more time from me, I'm happy to give it to him. Mr. Slayton, is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Chappelle, you still willing to work with him?
Of course I am.
Of course. So I'm just going to bump this out. I just like to check in with Mr. Slayton, make sure that we're staying locked in that August. We're not getting behind the wheel of a car before then. And we're keeping our eye on the prize, which is August, which is when he'll be eligible to go in. And I don't see anything else. It looks like he has one Livonia ticket that he'll need to pay, a no proof insurance, but we have time to do it. We have between now and August to take care of that ticket. All right, Mr. Slayton?
Yes, sir.
Your
All
Honor,
right. Yes.
I know he's doing the right thing and hasn't picked up anything, of course, but in the event that, you know, there was a ticket, it would restart the 1 year, correct?
So the ticket.
Or 2 year.
So the ticket for no proof insurance, the one he has to pay?
No, I'm talking about the period of suspension that he's on right now.
Right. That's why what he's done so far, since he came into this court, he has not picked up any new tickets. And it's so important that we keep doing that because the 2-year would start all over again. And so what Mr. Slayton's been doing has mattered not just for his involvement with us in our program, but for himself.
Right.
So let's stay locked in. All right, Mr. Slayton?
Yes, sir.
All right. I will see you back here in 5 months. All right. Keep your head down. Keep pushing forward. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Tyrese Childress. And I have Mr. Ronald Taylor on deck. Okay, so Tyrese Childress, 20 2302063923020063.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Tyrese Childress. Judge, he has some great news. We were on the phone together a few nights ago because I represented him in Hazel Park on just some payment plan situations. And I said, hey, have you heard from Secretary of State yet about if they've reviewed your case? And he said, I haven't. And I said, well, just email them and see what they say. And then Tyrese let the judge know what they told you. I mean, it was within an hour they emailed you back.
Yeah, I had emailed them and because I emailed them twice, but the second time I'm guessing that they didn't understand what I was saying, and they didn't never email me back. So when she told me to email them, I emailed them, and they was like, we had already approved you on October 15th that you can, you know what I'm saying, reinstate and get your license and everything and take a test. And I'm like, well, had I known that, that would have been perfect. But you know what I mean? But it was good that they told me when they told me. So I set my appointment out for tomorrow, so I can go up
Hey,
there and reinstate it and take
look
my
at
test.
you, Mr. Childress. Come on. See, but that's why we're here. So like Miss Chappelle, she, taps on that shoulder and says, why don't you try again? Why don't you do
Right.
it again? And look, I mean, this is exciting. All right, well, get locked in. Make sure you're ready to take the written test. Make sure you're ready to take the road test, all that stuff all over again. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, let's see here. How long, what do we got? 60 days, Miss Chappelle, just in case?
Well, you've never had a license, have you, Tyrese?
No. Nope.
Yeah.
This is my first time.
So,
So 60 days.
60,
right?
yeah.
60 days. So basically, remember, once you get your permit, they'll make you sit on that for 30 days. Then you could take the road test. All right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I'm doing my math right, that's Christmas time. All right.
Yeah.
So we can start.
I ain't rushing. I'm not rushing.
we can start the new year, 2026, with you with a valid license. What a win.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'll just bump it out 60 days. I'll see you in January. Be safe and have good holidays. All right.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Take care.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Pelly.
That is great news.
Mhm.
Thank you for that update. All right, so now we're going to go after Mr. Taylor. I've got Miss Blasius right after that. So 2016-02-262, Ronald Taylor.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Ronald Taylor. So I'm looking at my notes here, and it looks like there's a couple of Lincoln Park tickets. And then there was a probationary referral period. So I'm not sure exactly if he would be eligible once he paid those 2 tickets, or if there's a period that he's suspended on top of
Take a
it.
look. Let's take a look here. All right, so we have Lincoln Park, 2 tickets. So the violations of license restrictions, the suspension that came out of that was effective in February of 23. So I think it's going to be a similar situation to Mr. Childress in that he's just got to reach out to the Secretary of State once he pays those Lincoln Park tickets and get himself a driver's assessment again, because it's been like the last, I mean, I'm looking at your record right now, Mr. Taylor, the last thing you have on your record is from 2023, and so that usually any suspension that comes from a violation of license restriction only lasts for a year. And it gets lifted once you have your driver's assessment, which it looks to me like he just had. What caused the suspension in 2023 was the result of a decision after driver's assessment. You just got to get another driver's assessment. So they won't see you, though, till you pay those Lincoln Park tickets. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just got finished with my probation, so I was focusing on that.
No, and that's a smart thing. I'm not saying that you got to set priorities, and finishing off a probation is a main priority. But now that you got that done, let's get eyes on Lincoln Park. And once you get that done, let Ms. Chappelle know, and then we can walk you through about setting up an assessment. Right, Ms. Chappelle?
Okay.
Yes. And one of the tickets is payable. One of them is in bench warrant status. So as I stated in my text, you will need to get arraigned on that.
Okay.
That means you just got to reach out to the court and set up a court date. All right.
Okay.
All right. But now, hey, finish your probation. Now let's finish those court tickets, and then let's finish this license. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Hey, we're definitely making progress here, Mr. Taylor. I'll see you back here in 90 days. All right.
All right.
Take
Thank
care of
you.
yourself. Be safe.
All right, you too.
All right. Susan Blasius. I might be mispronouncing that. 25-01152.
Ready, Your Honor. John Ann, on behalf of Miss Blasius. Did either of us get it right?
Miss Blasius, are you there? Hello.
I am.
All right.
Oh, can
did-
you not hear me?
We couldn't hear you for a little bit, but now we hear you a little better. Did we butcher your last name or did we get it close?
You did a great job. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So,
Judge, just looking at my notes, I don't know if she has a restricted through a sobriety court. She did have 2 within 7. And so it's either that or then she's just looking at a future OHAO hearing.
so she had a restricted license, and there must have been some type of violation that occurred at the beginning of this year, and the privileges were revoked. Now I don't know if she tried to appeal it or what happened with that, but it looks like we are, we've got to get to February now. Ms. Blasius, maybe you can give me some more information.
Sure. I can't start my video though.
No, I just so you know, because you were breaking up, I stopped your video because sometimes sending
Okay.
video and audio breaks it up.
Okay. Thank you. So I had a drunk driving in 2017. I went through sobriety court, and at that point I could, they actually released me early because of my profession. I had to go through a program called HPRP, and the judge in Waterford said I did not have to finish sobriety court because HPRP was much tougher than sobriety court even. And I finished HPRP in July, maybe 3 years ago, with no problems at all. But at the time, because of my profession, I ended up with multiple cases of COVID and becoming very sick. So I was off work. I couldn't really focus. Then I had turned in all the paperwork years ago. And at the time, because I couldn't really focus, I didn't send all the paperwork in one package. So they denied me because I emailed the first part of it, but I couldn't email all the like AA sheets and things like that. I couldn't attach it. My son came over, he attached it, but at that point it was, they said, no, it had to all be in one packet, not 3 emails down. Here it is. So, so I just kept been driving with a breathalyzer. I got a job in Alaska. The person that has been doing my downloading and installed my breathalyzer, she said, because I asked her if she could just keep my car and download because I couldn't really find a place in Alaska, and they have bus routes. So she said, I can take that off anytime. And because she put it on, that made sense to me. But I said, why didn't you tell me this? And I said, I would have taken it off years ago then. And she said, you can't, but I can. And my son needs a car, so I'm going to offer you this extremely low price for the car. And at this point, I was days away from flying to Alaska, and I was going to work for a nonprofit. And my daughter became very sick, and it just started becoming overwhelming. I had the breathalyzer. She took it off. The person that installed it and had been downloading me for years. And and my life just kind of cascaded. And
So the notes that I have from Judge Kolakowski, when he took the plea, he said that you're going to need to apply for a hearing again, and that you'll be eligible. It looks like in February. So we just have to tread water and make sure she has all the resources she needs, because it sounds to me like Ms. Blasius is she knows what she needs to do for like the AA meetings and all that kind of stuff, and she obviously can put together a narrative to explain, like she's doing right now, to the OHAO as to why there was an interlock issue, those types of things, that it wasn't related to anything drinking wise. It just was, trying to put it all together and maybe having a miscommunication with this person installing the interlock. But we need to have all that stuff put together so that she can make a full effort for herself in February. So can we make sure she gets access to those resources as far as different attorneys that she can work with? Mr. Angot?
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, happy to send her those links.
thank you.
All right. So Ms. Blasius, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump this out 4 months. We'll be in touch to get you some of the, but I think you already sound to me like someone who is, other than an illness that occurred to you, which you had no control over, it sounds like you're pretty detail oriented and been keeping track of things. So I'll just bump this out to give you time to continue to work on putting yourself in the best possible position, because you are going to have an OHAO hearing to have your license restored. Let's just make sure that you have all the details and all the support that you need so that you can walk in there and put your best foot forward. All right?
That's amazing. I will.
All right.
you
So
so much.
Susan, are you still in Alaska or are you back in Michigan?
No, I didn't go to Alaska because of my daughter's illness. My daughter was going to live in my house with her 4 children, and her life kind of spun out of control. And then, it just, I needed to be with her more than I needed the job in Alaska, which I can still get if I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw Judge Kolakowski jump in. Ms. Blasius, you took the plea on her. Looks like she's eligible for an OHAO hearing in February, so we're going to bump it out till then. And John's going to give her a list of different attorneys that she can reach out to, and she's going to keep documenting it so that she can go after it in February. I certainly have high hopes. This does not seem like a situation where her sobriety court license was revoked because of new use. It sounds like, with the combination of COVID and some misinformation, she was put in a tough spot. And I have every reason to believe that, with especially all your documentation, I hope you still have all that from HPRP. Make sure you keep that all together, those records, because the person reviewing your license request deserves to know all of the good work you've been doing. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Good luck, man. We'll see you in 4 months.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. Tito Chroma, and then Theron Myers up after that.
So do I stand for the lawyer?
You can log off, ma'am. You're good.
Thank you.
All right. 23-00536.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Tito Chroma. How are you doing, Tito?
I'm doing good, Ms. Chappelle. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. So, Judge, he's still kind of in the same pattern as last time, working really hard, trying to save money to eventually, prepare for an OHAO hearing, which he's due for. He's been eligible, I believe, since 2017.
Right. I mean, it's just a grind. It's just a grind. But I do think that, it's important that we stay involved, Mr. Chroma, because, we're that good, solid reminder that he has a job to do and it can be done. And my hope is, Mr. Chroma, that you feel like you're closer than you were when we started, and that you do have a plan for yourself so that you can finally, after all this time, listen, you earned the revocation, but I don't know that you earned what's turning into an 8-year now revocation. So let's see if we can bring that chapter to an end. All right. Can you hear me okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so
I'll read
I
it
guess,
back up.
Ms. Chappelle, can you follow up with him?
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Chroma, I'm just going to keep giving you time to save up the money that you need to make your application to have your license restored, okay? Yeah, he's breaking up pretty good.
Yeah, he's at
So,
work, so it might not be great Wi-Fi.
All right,
Yeah,
well, good.
I'm so sorry. I'm having trouble hearing you guys, but I did hear the last thing you said, Judge.
All right, good luck, sir. We'll see you back here in about 4 months.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you just follow up with him, that's
Yeah, I will, sure.
because he's eligible, you
I
know?
super eligible.
All right, Mr. Myers, and then Mr. Tucker will be on after that. This is case number 23-02238.
Ready, Your Honor. John Angot appearing on behalf of Theron Myers. How you doing, Mr. Myers?
Mr. Myers, are you there? Can you unmute?
He's unmuting, I think.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today?
There he is. How you doing, man? Everything good?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So, Judge, he really made some efforts this morning. He went on, we had him set up to try and pay the St. Clair Shores no proof, so he can remove that suspension. And he tried to make a partial payment, and the all paid system said nope, rejected. You got to pay the thing in full through this system. So he needs more time, Judge. He knows about the financial judgment. They want $1,000 to start talking to him, and that's going to take some time for him to do as well.
Well, he showed up here today. That's the first win. All right. We got a good win there. All right. And so all I need, Mr. Myers, is for you to show up and give me updates. I know, unless you hit the Powerball, like for any of us, $1,000, you just don't snap your fingers. All right. And so if you just need more time, just ask for it. I just want to make sure you have all the information and support you need to take care of these things. Do you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll bump this out 4 months. And just keep Mr. Angot in the know. If you run into any other issues out of St. Clair Shores, we've had good success over there. So just let us know. But my hope is if you reach out to them, I have to believe that at least if he reaches out to them, they'll accept a partial payment. It might not just be they could pay it online partially.
That's true, Judge. The court will set up a payment plan if needed. We were just trying to avoid that because I think there's another ticket there that they're going to want money on as well.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. So, all right. So, Mr. Myers, you need time. I'd be happy to give you time. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Take care of yourself. Be safe.
Yeah, you too.
You got my number. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, my friend.
All right. So, Mr. Tucker and then Tori Phillips. So, Mr. Tucker, if you could just unmute, sir. You should get a notification.
Okay, is that it?
You're here.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you just fine. All right. Where are we at on this one?
John Angot appearing on behalf of Lamont Tucker. How you doing, Mr. Tucker?
I'm doing fine.
Good, man. I'm glad you got here. So, Judge, I think it's just a matter of time. He's got some things to clean up. All very old, all almost 20 plus years ago. So, but I believe he's going to be required to get an OHAO hearing at some point.
We'll have to have an OHO hearing, and so we want to make sure we connect him with those resources. If he wants, and Mr. Tucker, you definitely wanted to try to get your license, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So he's eligible now to start that process. Obviously, he had accumulated a number of charges, which caused a very significant revocation, but that's revocation was, it was done basically in 2012. He just has to go through the process of appearing before a Secretary of State hearing board so that he could prove that he's not drinking and that he's a sober individual that could be trusted behind the wheel of the car. And the reality is that that's a process. It takes some time, and it's going to take him some time to save up the money to get the attorney help that he needs. But let's make sure that we get him a list of attorneys that do this, that we know do a good job, so that if Mr. Tucker is going to put all this effort in, we want him to have the best possible chance at success. Right, Mr. Tucker?
Right. Thank you.
All right. So on my end, he just needs more time, right? Mr. Angot is just give him more time.
Exactly, Judge.
And you have good contact number for him?
I sure do.
All right, so Mr. Angot is going to take care of you, give you some additional information, some direction, and I'll see you back here in 4 months, okay?
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
And who brought you here today, by the way?
My wife and my daughter.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you both for looking out for him. So
Thank
I
you.
I really appreciate you taking the time, driving around. Obviously, you know, the two of you being there is a reminder that he's worth the fight, that he's worth supporting, right?
Yes.
All right. You both have a great day. Safe holiday season to the whole family. Take care.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. All right. So I need Phillips, Miss Phillips. Perfect. I see you're logged in. Then Yemen, and then Kenan right after that. We're just going to keep going. So Miss Phillips, 2500841.
Excuse me, ready, Your Honor. John Ann got appearing on behalf of Miss Phillips. Just one moment so you grab her file.
Good afternoon, Miss Phillips. Nice to see you.
Good
Okay.
afternoon. How you guys
Okay.
doing?
Tori Phillips, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good.
Judge, Highland Park, that's it.
One ticket.
One thing in her way, and she's gonna have to retake the written and road, unfortunately, because it's been a while. Did you pay it?
I actually wanted to, yeah, because I was gonna say, after the last court date, I went up to the district court. They told me to go to the police department. I went to the police department to pay that ticket, but they said I had to pay the warrant first. So I paid the warrant. Then they said that they were gonna notify me when I can get a court date to pay the ticket off. But the court date never came. But when you texted me and said that I can pay it on all pay, I literally just paid it about an hour ago. So.
That's a sneaky way to do it.
Yeah, so I got it done, so I'm good about it.
That's awesome.
I'm so thoroughly impressed by Miss Phillips. Monica, will you please run a new record for me, please? Miss Phillips, that is determination. I mean, you got a court system saying you got to go here. No, you got to go here. No, you got to do this. No, you got to do a cartwheel. Then you got to stand on one leg. I mean, like it just, you know, this is when people start giving up, you know, and your ferocity is impressive.
Oh no, I was determined. I got to get this done. I need license before the new year.
Tenacious Tory, that's who we have here, Judge.
There you
That's
go.
right.
I love it. I love
That's
it.
right. Okay, so I'm running a new record right now because I want to make sure. So when did you officially pay that off? Today?
Today, yes.
Today. Okay, so I'm going to run it right now. They may not yet have reported it to the Secretary of State. So what I want you to do, Miss Phillips, is check in again with Mr. Angot. Mr. Angot, you can reach out to Monica, and we can keep running a record to make sure that it gets cleared.
Okay.
I don't want her to make any wasted trip to the Secretary of State. Okay, because Miss Phillips, you know, you paying it is just one part of the equation. The court then has to notify the Secretary of State and say, oh, by the way, she paid it, lift the suspension. And so what we do for people is, you know, obviously we're going to give them 24 hours, you know, to get it done. It might take them just a second. But Mr. Angot, if like we're running a record right now, if it shows that it's still suspended, just please reach out to us tomorrow or Monday, and then we can run it. And then still suspended. Let's see here. So we'll run it again tomorrow, and even on Monday too. And at the minute it goes from suspended to it'll say like not valid. At that moment, that's when you make your Secretary of State appointment, go in for your written and road. Now, Ms. Phillips, if they don't have it up by Monday, what we do for you then is we'll contact my court administrator, and she'll call down to Highland Park and say, we know this lady paid. Why haven't you notified them yet? Okay. So it's going to be teamwork here. All right. So you stay on Mr. Angot. Mr. Angot will stay on us, and we'll get that appointment, because my hope is we get Miss Phillips, we can get that appointment before Thanksgiving. That means we can get that license before Christmas.
Yes.
So that's my plan. Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds like a plan.
All right. So
Tori, I'm sorry, Judge.
Go ahead.
Tori, I think last month I sent you a link to a practice test site. Get that?
I sure did.
Did you look at it yet?
I did all the practice tests.
Oh, excellent.
I'm ready.
You're ready then. You're ready.
All right. So I'm going to bump this out 45 days, but I feel like we're going to get it done sooner than that. So like I said, Ms. Phillips, this is how it's gonna work. You stay on John, John stays on us, and we'll stay on Highland Park if necessary, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you so
Great
much.
job, Ms. Phillips. Really, this
Yeah, it's
was
awesome.
incredible. Great
Yes,
job.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You
Take
too.
care,
Bye
Tori.
bye.
All right, Yeaman, then Kenan. All right, 2501-102.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Julius Yeaman. Where'd he go?
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. How are you?
I'm good.
So, Judge, he shows a suspension out of Detroit, I believe, and that's taking him till November 20th of 2025, either as a trailer. I believe he paid it on 4/16. So I think it's just a trailer until next week, the 20th.
Yep. So, well, oh, this is really interesting. Okay, hold on. So on October 16th of 2024, that charge, he was on a probationary status. And so when he pled guilty to that, that ended up being a year suspension from November of 24 to November of 25. So it looks like to me, since that ticket, he hasn't picked up any more tickets, which is brilliant, because if you would have picked up any tickets in the last year, they would have bumped you for another year. But everything points to 1 week from today, he should be eligible to then go into the Secretary of State. And then I would think just pay a $125 reinstatement fee. He had gotten his license October of 23. It doesn't expire until November of 26. So I don't know that there'll be any other steps that he has to take. Chappelle, so I'm hopeful.
So how about this, Judge? Why don't we do on the 20th? I could reach out and have the court rerun it, and then he might not have to pay the 125 because it was a trailer. That's my thought.
I don't know. I mean, it's a 1 year suspension coming off of it's not really a trailer. It's a it's a 1 year suspension coming from a probationary license violation.
I was just trying to see if I could help him avoid a trip to the Secretary of State, but I see your point now. So I believe he will have to pay that.
That's my only thing. I don't know that he could just pay that one online. But Mr. Yeaman, here's the most important part about this. Make your appointment with the Secretary of State. I think it's a 125 reinstatement fee, but if anything goes sideways, all right, don't get frustrated. Don't give up. Just pick up the phone and call Ms. Chappelle, and we can usually sort this out. Because oftentimes there's some unexpected, pothole that comes up that nobody's really prepared for. But we will definitely have your back and help you work through this. But I hope it's just as simple as writing out that suspension, finishing it out on the 20th, making your appointment for the 21st. I'd try to get the earliest appointment on the 21st.
Right.
And then just let us know how it goes. In fact, I'll bump this out 3 weeks. And that way we'll see him again. And hopefully he has his license. Or if he doesn't, at least he sees us in a short turnaround time so we can help him with whatever came up in that hearing. So we'll see you on December 4th.
No,
right?
I'm gonna have my license.
That's what I'm expecting. All right.
I got you, man.
And Judge, I'm wondering if he could pay it online since he's not expired. Do you think that would be the case?
He might, if he wants to save himself a trip, it wouldn't hurt just to make a phone call.
I'll send you the link to pay it online. You can see if you can.
I mean, I was still gonna go up there anyway.
Oh yeah, you just go up there. That's always safest.
Yeah, because it is too much to call.
And really, in the end, I'd like the peace of mind to have somebody say you are valid.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you back here on December 4th. Good work, Mr. Yeaman. Really good work. Way to keep your head down that whole time, and that's really, really hard to do. It's really hard to do, and you made it happen. All right, see you in a couple weeks.
All right, thank you.
All right, Quincy Kennan. And then if I could have Donnie Dickey after that, we're just going to keep moving. 2015-85904.
Ready, Your Honor. John Ann got appearing on behalf of Quincy Kennan. How you doing, Mr. Kennan? You're on mute. You're like me. I do that every day. There you go.
How's everyone doing?
There's Mr. Kennan. All right, good
Hey.
afternoon.
Good
The judge, I
afternoon.
think he cleared something up, but he's got this matter in the 52-1 Novi court from 2020 that he needs to address before he'll be eligible to retake that written and road test.
So here's my guess. Here's my guess. He probably was on probation, finished that up, and there were some other fines and costs. And it's just that is that outstanding fines and costs, Mr. Kennan? Is that right?
Yes, with Nova.
All right. And do they tell you how much it is?
Yes, it's like I believe it's 1,800 or something like that. Is up there.
Okay. So a couple things. It might be worth your while to reach out to them. Let them know you're in this program. You've cleared up a bunch of tickets, and try to see, like, we have people that reach out to us, you know, like we might have somebody on probation for a drunk driving and they complete their probation, but they don't have all the fines and costs. So we allow them to be discharged as long as they make payments. Okay. And sometimes people fall behind, they don't make the payments, and then the suspension comes into play. But if they reach out to us and they say, Judge, if I pay $500 and get back on a payment plan, will you lift that suspension? All right. And we do that all the time. So I would hope that Novi would be willing to consider that same sort of offer and not require you to pay the whole $1,800. It might be worth a phone call.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna try to reach out. I'm actually still on probation with them. I'll be seeing a probation officer on the 20th.
Tell your probation officer and say, hey, I paid off all my tickets. And if you and make it clear too, it'll be a lot easier for me to pay fines and costs if I'm not paying Ubers and I'm not doing this kind of stuff. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's definitely a conversation. That's a conversation for your probation officer all day long. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Quincy, definitely mention that you're in Operation Drive with us, because the program's kind of spreading now, and the county, one of the county courts is a sister court of theirs is involved with it now. So couldn't hurt.
And Novi just applied to be an Operation Drive court too. So
perfect. Okay.
Let them know you're working with us. All right. So
we'll do.
All right, we'll bump this out another 60 days so we can have that conversation. And just remember, once they lift that suspension, then I think that's it. He should be able to then go in.
Yeah, I can go to the Secretary of State after that.
Let's go. All right, let's go.
Quincy, right. I'm gonna send you a link to practice test, because you're gonna have to retake. And man, we found that the signs that they have on these tests are so ridiculous. You got to take some time to study a little bit so you're ready to defeat their attempts to defeat you.
All right.
All right. All right. You take care of yourself, Mr. Kennan. I'll see you in 2 months. All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
you. 2501-055. Donnie Dickey. Essence Gocha is on deck.
Yes.
Ready, Your Honor. John Ann got appearing on behalf of Mr. Dickey. How you doing, Donnie?
Mr. Dickey?
He's working it.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. So, Judge, I know that Ms. Chappelli had a conversation with Mr. Dickey recently, and I don't know if she wants to jump in and talk about that, or if Donnie, you want to talk about that. But I just don't know exactly if decisions were made or what your intention is going forward.
Financially, I really can't afford the travel back and forth. I want to do this program, but I just can't afford it financially.
And Judge, he's talking about your sobriety court, actually.
He's, if I can just jump in, he's on probation in Detroit, and we had an idea that potentially he could see if he could transfer to Royal Oak Sobriety Court. And so I sent him, Monica sent me the packet. I sent it to him as what would be required. So I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, so.
I mean, I would ask for more time to try to think about it, but I don't want to keep.
I'm just trying to think if we could get him transferred from, there. All right. And, he'd have to be to court every couple weeks. And I understand that's where the transportation comes in. And he'd have to meet with his probation officer, but that could be done on Zoom like he's doing right now. And
it's not.
I'm trying to think if I could help Mr. Dickey early on, because once he gets the first phase, he's got to get 90 days of compliance, and then he'd be eligible for a restricted license. All right, 90 days of compliance would get him there. And so that is, that once he gets his license, then transportation should go a lot easier, right, Mr. Dickey?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right now, I'm currently paying $400 a month just to get home from work. And I was reading over the packet that she sent me, and it said I would have to test every day, and that's the problem. It's not testing, it's getting there and then having to go to work. I got to leave out 3 hours early to get to work on time on the bus. That means I would have to leave out 6 hours early or try to Uber because it's about to be winter time, and I just can't afford to do that every day to test. That's the problem.
Well, it's not a daily test, but it is in the first phase. It is an intensive testing. You just have to be ready to go and test. That's true. I'm just trying to think, because he would also be on a sober link, and depends on when we receive our grant funding, but our grant funding sometimes covers the sober link for people. Yeah, this is, I mean, again, it's one of those things where I'm a little disappointed that Detroit didn't put him in a sobriety court.
They told me they don't even have one. Well, that's what my probation officer said. I don't know how or why, but
Detroit absolutely has one. I know because we work with them.
Yep.
All the time.
That's what he was told by
Bradfield. I can't remember his first name, but
we all know how the story is going to go, because yes, he's technically eligible to try to get his license in May of next year, but it's a second, and if he's not in a sobriety court or he doesn't have a really good track record of sobriety that's demonstrated by records and all this kind of stuff, he's not going to get it right away. I mean, that's something, and so that's the big challenge that we run into, Mr. Dickey. I can give you another couple weeks if you want to think about it.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, like 2-3 weeks. I just need to I can't even pick up a second job to help pay for this stuff because I don't know. I'm kind of overwhelmed, but yeah, if you could give me another couple weeks to try to figure this out, because I want to. This is what I want to do, and seeing the people before me that you just talked to is kind of motivating, but it's like I got so many bills adding up and trying to hold on to my job, getting back and forth. It's overwhelming, but yes, please, can you give me a couple more weeks so I can try to figure something out, please?
Yeah, Judge Cam, it'll be on your day 3 weeks from now, so I'm glad you're here to hear all this. Maybe we can find out what judge it's in front of down in the 36 to make sure that they would be potentially on board with transferring it. And Mr. Dickey, for me, like, it serves a couple purposes. One, we have a situation where we could certainly help you get your license, but you did pick up 2 charges, which suggests that we need to be sure about you before we let you get behind the wheel. And our sobriety court we have a very high success rate. When people graduate from our program, we have a 1% recidivism rate. All right. And that's one of the lowest in the state. And so like everybody wins. You win, you get your license. The community wins because you have addressed and maintained sobriety. Like everybody wins under that scenario. So it's just whether we can get through that first 90 days, which are a grind before you can get your license. And that's really a decision that only you could make. And so I'll give you another couple of weeks to reflect on it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Let me know if you need anything. Okay, Danny?
Will do.
You got it.
Thank you.
Okay. Essence Gocha and then Rekia King is on deck. So 2500713.
John Ann got a prayer on behalf of Essence, it's actually Gaucher.
Gaucher. See, this is my first time with Miss Gaucher. So it's Gaucher. Is that the right way to say it?
Yes.
I only know because we spoke. So, I got that cheap in. So Judge, a Southfield ticket, no proof. Only thing standing in her way, she just expired back in August on her birthday. So she won't have to retake any written or road test, just a matter of paying that $125 reinstatement fee.
Okay. So she just needs a little time.
Yes.
So how long do you think, Miss Gaucher?
I can have it paid by the end of next week, before just maybe like 5 to 7 days.
All right, well, I'll just bump this over 3 weeks. That'll give her time to get everything in line. I like her, even when she pays it though, she'll have to renew her license though, right? Because it's
Oh,
expired
yes,
in
yes,
August.
that's correct. Right.
All right.
Judge, and I'll tell you that the good news for Essence is it's one of those rare times. It's a very low number, relatively speaking. It's only a $45 clearance fee that was left over in Southfield. So
That's great news.
that was good news. That was good news.
Great news.
All right, so let's bump this over 3 weeks. And then we'll send you notice. And you know what to do. Take care of business. We'll see you back here in 3 weeks. You got it.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care. Good luck.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. Miss King, then Tony Daniels. That's case number 24-02154. People be King.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle, it's Berkaya. Is that right? Are you sure? Tell me if I'm saying it wrong.
You said it right.
Okay, good, because I don't want anyone to ever say it's close enough. I hate that. So the update with her, Judge, there's 2 tickets. One's 366, one's 324. She did lose her job. However, she had a job interview this morning. So we're very hopeful that that went well and she hears back soon. She's asking for 60 days to pay, but there will be a requirement to retake written and road after. So that'll take a $125 reinstatement fee. So that's getting kind of pricey. So I'm thinking maybe 90-day adjournment, Judge.
That makes sense to me. 90 days. And if she gets done sooner, she can always call us so we can bring her in sooner.
Yeah.
But that gives her just enough wiggle room to get everything done the right way so that it's all done and we move on. Ms. King, what do you think?
Yeah, sounds perfect to me.
All right. 90 days. You hang in there. Safe holidays. All right.
Thank you.
You're all
Okay,
set.
good job.
Take care. All right. Miss Daniels, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All
Good
right.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. And this is Antoinette, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, good. All right. So 2501-212, 2500-133, and then I have Ronald Johnson after that.
Ready, Your Honor. John Ann got to bring on behalf of Antoinette Daniels. Hi, Miss Daniels.
Hello, how are you?
Fantastic. So you go by Tony?
Yes.
Okay. So Judge, she's what we will refer to, I guess, as a former 303G. She's an ID holder, no suspensions, but she did the right thing by paying a ticket in Warren, a no insurance ticket recently. When did you do that? Was it back last week?
I haven't paid anything this month. I
Oh,
know
did
I
you?
paid a ticket off a couple of months ago.
I'm
No,
sorry, you went to court though in Warren and pled to it?
Correct.
Okay. So Judge, that caused a trailer suspension, but it's only till December 20th.
It's so interesting. Yeah, but I want to make sure you actually did go into Warren. This wasn't a default. You actually went into Warren on November 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Miss Daniels, so what's going to happen, like, if we pull her record right now, all right, we're not to November 21st yet. Like her ID status would say expired. And on November 21st, because of that ticket out of Warren hitting your record, it goes from expired to suspended. And it stays suspended until December 20th, where you'll be eligible to pay a $125 reinstatement fee, takes it out of suspended status, and then you could take a written test and a road test.
Okay.
Okay. So you got to tread water right now.
Mhm.
Okay. You got to tread water. But on December 20th, make sure to save up 125,
Okay.
go into the Secretary of State, you can pay that 125 fee, and then they'll let you take the written test. Now,
Okay.
because you never had a license before, they're not going to give you, they're going to give you a permit, not a license. All right.
Right.
And they'll make you sit on that permit for 30 days. Then you'll be able to take your license or
Okay.
take your road test. I'm so sorry. Then you'll be able to take your road test and get your full license. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a
Yes, sir.
process. All right. So December 21st, is that what day of the week is that? Let's make sure the Secretary of State's open. That's a Sunday. So not on the 21st. So on the
Okay.
22nd,
Mhm.
make an appointment,
Okay.
pay 125, celebrate Christmas with a permit, and then get through the new year, and then we'll get a road test and a full license. So I'm going to bump this out.
Yes, sir.
Let's go out 60 days. That takes us to January, mid-January. She should be done by then. Yeah, she should be good. Actually, let's go out 90 days just to play it safe.
Thank you.
If you run into any trouble at all, please call us, Miss Daniels, okay?
Yes, sir.
You are so close.
Tony, you're so close. Yeah.
Close.
You're right there.
I've been trying to stay up. I thought I was going to be in trouble a little bit because I had added myself to the wrong meeting and I don't like being late. So when I came in, I see someone else. I was like, okay, whew, thank God. I don't want no one thinking that, I'm not trying to stay up on my stuff because I have a 4-year-old. So I'm trying my best to keep everything up to par.
If you got a 4-year-old, that license, we got to have it so you can go to every single field trip. You can go to wherever you need to go, Miss Daniels, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good luck, Miss Daniels. I'll see you in 90 days, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you. See you soon.
Take care.
You too.
Okay. I'm going to call Mr. Before I get into Mr. Johnson, Mr. Lewis, are you here for a case?
No, Judge, it was per your instructions to contact you on this day at 11, Zoom in at 11:30 to discuss the trial that's for the 25th on John Lewis Hogue. And I could not log in at 11:30. I logged in at 10 minutes to 11, but you weren't in session.
Okay. This is the one where we haven't heard from Mr. Hogue, right?
That's correct.
And didn't we have I don't have the file in front of me, but we're gonna have, didn't we have a final pretrial, or weren't we gonna have a final pretrial, Mr. Lewis?
I don't remember a final pretrial, Judge. I just knew that the trial was the 25th.
Okay, let me have Monica check on this real quick. If you could just hang tight for a second, we'll get into it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Ronald Johnson, 23-02217.
Name it, Judge.
Melissa, is that you?
I think so. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Ronald Johnson.
Yeah, it looks here like I have notes.
How are you doing, everybody?
Hello,
We're
Mr.
good.
Johnson.
Mr. Johnson.
Happy holidays.
I
Judge,
have some notes from Judge Kolakowski on this.
Yes, and that was a great idea. I relate that to Mr. Johnson. And I don't know if that made sense to you, Mr. Johnson.
Well, I have a note here that says he's not eligible until 2029.
Correct. The only potential avenue to try to get around that would be to appeal the circuit court ruling, consult with the AG, see if they would be willing to consent to a redo essentially at the circuit court. That was the only possibility that I think we thought maybe to get around that time.
Okay, because so I think we're sort of up against it right now in deciding, what next steps are, because he's been here multiple times. So I'm going to give him, if we proceed forward with the sentencing today, I still am going to give him a reduction just for being reliable and he shows up all the time. And so there's got to be some credit for that. I can't give him
Yes,
the
sir.
full credit because unfortunately we're not in a position due to that, sobriety court restricted license issue that came up in July of last year. That has rendered his ability to get a license, at least through the Secretary of State, impossible until 2029. Now, what Ms. Chappelli says is accurate. He does have the ability to go to the circuit court and try to obtain a restricted license, but he doesn't have to be with our program while he tries to do that. All right, that's extra time that he has to take to meet with us and all of that. Ms. Chappelli?
I believe he did go to the circuit court and got an unfavorable ruling. So the idea would be to see if the AG would potentially consent to having the court look at it again. Is that right, Mr. Johnson? Was Mr. Goldman
Yes.
your attorney?
Yes, ma'am. He feels like he might be able to do something as far as getting that the revocation removed. He's got me trying to get like these references, you know what I mean? They want like 4 to 5 references and stuff like that. But the issue just has been that I haven't been on an interlock in a vehicle this whole time, which he thinks might be a hiccup. I have had my blower and I've never blown dirty and everything like that, but just that application. So I think if I understand it correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, like if the aspect of Mr. Goldman working his angle doesn't work, then I can't get that license back till 2029.
That's my understanding.
Okay.
Because
that's news to me, to be honest. So
these are the notes that I have from Judge Kolakowski. So
yes, sir.
I kind of recall this. I don't want to talk in too many specifics because I don't have the information in front of me, and I don't want to lead Mr. Johnson down the wrong path. But from what I recall, we had talked about the explanation behind why he had lost that restricted license from the sobriety court was one where it sounded like it was a misunderstanding of what he could and couldn't do with that license and with the requirements of the interlock device, if I recall correctly.
Right.
And then missed his chance to have that hearing with the OHAO. And so the thought was that an appeal to circuit, essentially just requesting that they give him the chance to go have that conversation with this Secretary of State, was the avenue that I could kind of see to avoid that long-term revocation of 2029.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a long shot, Mr. Johnson.
I understand.
I think it, depending on where you're at and what kind of support you have and everything, it might be worth taking that Hail Mary pass,
Yes, sir.
given the stakes, I guess. So,
right.
But I don't disagree.
I mean,
with
the worst
them
they can say
either.
is no, right?
Right.
So again, if they say yes, then he would be eligible for even a greater reduction in fines and costs here. So if he wants to try one more time and I can bump it out while he makes one more effort at this. But Mr. Johnson, the way your record reads, because you had the 3 within 10, it's a 5-year revocation. All right. And that 5-year revocation started March 8th of 2024. And then you were given a sobriety court restricted license. And then once that was taken away, the 5-year revocation went back in place on July 28th, 2024, plus 5 years puts us at 2029.
Right. So it's almost like it restarted the 5 years all over.
Yes, that's right.
That's exactly right.
So, but if you want to take another shot at it with Mr. Goldman, that's 4 years. It might be worth your time, especially if it wasn't a positive drinking event,
Yes, sir.
I think anytime it's not a positive drinking event, it's worth the fight, but that's a decision only you can make. So, if you want, I'll just bump this out another 4 months to give you a chance to take a run at it and see if you can do even better fines and costs here.
Yes, sir. Please do. I appreciate it.
Okay.
We never know. We'll throw the ball up. We'll see if we come down with it. But
And that's just it. Why not? What's the what's ultimately is the downside other than just maybe a little time and money? But the hope would be if you make the run at it now and you keep all of your records when you are able to go for it in 2029, then you've got all these records showing that you were serious about following the rules and doing all the right things. So, yeah, I'd say probably makes sense to go for it again. So I'll bump this
sir.
out 4 months, sir. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Happy holidays. Thank you, Mr.
too.
Pelly.
All right. All right, Miss. So I've got a couple people that I don't have last names on. So Kelly and Kevin, if you could both unmute so I can know your last names, so I can call your cases.
Keratin, Kevon Keratin. Did you hear me?
I did hear, but I don't. Carrington
Keratin, Kevon Keratin.
with a C, C-A-R-R. Is that right?
C-U-R.
C-U-R.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Curitin. I kept looking for Carrington. It's Curitin, like the former NBA player Curitin. And then I've got a Kelly.
Kelly, that's
Looking through my list for a Kelly.
yes, we have last name is Kelly. It's George Kelly.
George. Oh, so it's a last name. All right,
It's
good.
the
Okay.
last name. Yes.
Mr. Curitin, then Mr. Kelly, then I think I have Mr. Meeks. So Kavan Curitin, 2001-679.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Mr. Curitin. So a little bit of frustration going on here because he has shown me that he has a full driver's license. The records say that he has a permit that's going to expire in 9 days. He showed me his driver's license, and I think you can let the judge know how it's probably your third or fourth plastic copy that they sent to you from Secretary of State.
Another one just came yesterday.
So tell the judge how that keeps happening, because this is very interesting, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know this year though, I paid 3 different reinstatement fees, so I'm not sure when they issued a permit and why, but it was pointless. Like when I came to court the last time, and then they put me in this program, I had already had my license.
And and I sent a picture of his license. The bottom of the record, I think said something kind of interesting with regard to in October of this year, there was a partial payment of a reinstatement. But Judge, he has 3, maybe 4 plastic copies of his driver's license.
I think it's a problem with the Secretary of State.
I think you're right. And the only permit that he would have had recently was in regards to a motorcycle endorsement, but he hasn't had a permit since way back, first getting his license.
I don't have Tammy here right now to call the Secretary of State because that's what needs to happen, Mr. Curitin.
Yeah.
We need to call like the court, like sometimes when it comes from a court, we get some answers. But my biggest fear, sir, is right now, the record as of today says valid, but it says a valid permit. And it says that permit expires November 29th. So my biggest fear for you is, you're driving thinking you're good to go and you get pulled over and there's an interaction with the police where you're trying to tell them, look at my valid license, and they're looking at a record that says something else.
Right.
And I don't want that to happen on my watch. I don't know that is, I know it's frustrating to have to keep coming back to court, but I just want to safeguard you from ever having that type of interaction ever,
Yeah, I understand that, but I've been to the Secretary of State. I had to take a new picture once again. Like I said, I just had a new driver's license card come in the mail yesterday.
And Judge, I did email Tammy a couple of days ago. I didn't hear back, so I assumed that she was out of town.
She's on vacation, yeah.
She's always so quick to get back to me, and I told him she would be my go-to. So she's already got an email in her box waiting for her when she gets back about this issue.
Okay, all right.
Because when I went to the Secretary of State, they told me I was valid. Because when you had told me that you seen, I mean, last time I was at court when I got signed up for this program, when they told me that I had seen, that they had seen the permit, I had went to the Secretary of State to figure out what was going on. They said they don't know why you seen that, and my license was valid, and they made me take it. After that, I had an issue with Warren. That's why I had to pay, and then it had got suspended again. And then I had to pay a reinstatement fee on, I had paid a reinstatement fee on October 23rd. So that's why they mailed me a new card once again, but they said it was valid.
Yeah, basically, we saw you on the 12th, and then a ticket from Bloomfield Hills hit your record, and they suspended you for another 30 days from September 20th to October 18th, and that's when you paid the reinstatement fee on the 23rd. I don't understand this.
Yeah.
I don't, unless, do you have some sort of cycle endorsement on your license, or you have some special designation on your license?
I have a permit for a motorcycle endorsement.
Okay, well, now we're getting a little closer here. So you have a temporary permit for that. So what do you need to do to get out of permit status for the motorcycle?
Just take a road test. But that doesn't have anything to do with my driver's license.
Right, but that's where I'm seeing that's where I'm seeing the permit. The permit is not for his
that's for an elective. That permit is for an elective.
I've got a feeling that permit is related to his motorcycle.
Yeah, I have that. I have the actual paper permit for my motorcycle also.
Is that still valid, the permit?
Yes.
Okay, do you have that permit with you?
Yes.
Can you take a look at it and tell me when it expires? That's what I'm feeling. There's a confusion in the record because the same line for driver's permit, it's the same area perhaps for a motorcycle permit.
Okay.
Yeah, this one doesn't expire. This says this expires November 29th.
29th?
When was it issued?
This was issued June 2nd.
June 2nd. I've got the permit in this is issued June 26th, expires November 29th.
It says it had 2 days on it. It says original issue date June 26th, road test eligibility dates original issue date June 2nd, road test eligibility date June 26th.
June 26th. I'm looking at his motorcycle permit. That's what I'm feeling like.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, do you plan on taking that road test?
I want to, so I don't have to take a test again, but it's been too cold for me.
I don't disagree. It's been pretty cold to get on the motorcycle. I don't disagree with that. Because my feeling is, let's say his motorcycle permit expires, then that'll be left is the valid license.
Right.
So I do think he does. I believe he actually does have a valid license.
I do too.
So it might just be the way that the record is written here, but I'm actually ready to come to the conclusion that Mr. Curitan does have a valid license, because what he just read to me, the 6/26/25 date, 11/29, that's what's throwing us off. Because I guess the best way to explain it to you, Mr. Curitan, is when I read a driving record, the top third of it is the status, okay? And then if a person has a permit, there's like a second section beneath it that just says permit, okay? Now, the top part says valid, but the second part down says permit. And normally that is what we see when someone hasn't yet taken their road test, okay?
Yeah.
But what I'm learning is you have a unique situation where you have a full license, but you have a motorcycle permit. So the permit line is going to show permit, but it's not a driver's license permit. It's a motorcycle permit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I feel comfortable that we can close this out for Mr. Curitan today, and I can reduce his fines and costs, and because he has a valid license. And now we have to be aware that it might be a motorcycle permit. That's an issue. So I'm giving you a heads up. because it's not a requirement of this program that you get a motorcycle permit. But just to let you know, it does expire on the 29th. So if you are interested in it, got to get it by the 29th. Otherwise, you will have to do that test again. But as far as the actual driver's license, looks to me like you got one. So
Yeah.
congratulations, sir.
Appreciate it.
Anything you want to say on his behalf?
So I'm thankful that we were able to figure this out. And I told him, you don't have to get a motorcycle license for this, this program. He got his operator's license back in June. Like he said, he's, paid multiple times to get the same plastic sent to him. So I think he's done everything that's required for me to request the court to reduce his fines and costs in this case. Sir, the fines and costs for this type of a ticket that you pled to could be up to $1,000. The court is happy that you got your license, and as a result of the benefit of this program, it's going to have a big reduction.
The only thing that Mr. Curitan, when he did take the plea back in June, the prosecutor made a condition of it that you do an online traffic class. Did you get all the information for that, Mr. Curitan?
No, they just told me they had told me to wait on it, the mail, and this was all that was in there for me to do.
All right, well, so we'll send you out the information because I can't delete it. The prosecutor, I mean, you got a pretty significant reduction in the speeding ticket, so I'll make sure they resend it out to you, the information, okay?
Okay, and even with that though, it's like when I was signed up for this program, I had my license, so I just felt like I shouldn't even have to do any of that.
Well, I mean, Mr. Curitan, I'll be happy to walk you through this. So the way that this worked was you got this ticket on December 2nd of 2020, and then you didn't appear for 4 years. And then the prosecutor, despite the fact that you didn't show up for all those years, still offered you a dismissal on the misdemeanor charge that would hit your record, and a reduction from an 87 and a 70 down to 1 to 5 over. So if there wasn't this program, you never would have received any of those plea bargains because they gave it so that you could get into this program. In addition, without this program and not being able to verify, then you would have been subject to probably about $800 to $1,200 in fines and costs. So what this program has done, frankly, is just to make sure that this valid license, which you had in September, it sounds like, but you lost in October, is to make sure that when we part, you actually have a full and valid license. So, Mr. Curitan, I guess in the end of the story would be, you were gone from the jurisdiction for 5 years, and you still got a reduction in fines and costs. You still got a reduction in charge, and all you had to do was verify that you had a valid license and do a traffic program. I'd say that's a pretty good deal for somebody who was gone for 5 years.
Yeah, no, I highly appreciate that.
So, all right. So here's what I'll do on the allowing a licensed person to drive. I do acknowledge that he has come here a couple times and obviously had to deal with some frustrating circumstances with the Secretary of State. Let's see here. Okay, it doesn't look like they ever pulled. Looks like he has a in addition to these charges, he had a 2024 violation basic speed law, no proof insurance out of this court. Okay, so Mr. Curitan, you had the 2020 stop that resulted in a misdemeanor. That's the one we're here on today. And then you had a 2024 stop where you had 2 civil infractions, violation basic speed law, and no proof of insurance. Now, that's the other thing that this program helped you out with. The no proof insurance was suspending your license, and we let you pay $45 of a $318 fine so that you get your license back. We did that for you in May. So we let you pay that early. All right, so he has on the allowing a licensed person to drive. Before we even get started with fines and costs, because of the not being around for 5 years, there were two $75 bench warrant fees that were in place. I'm waiving both of those. And I'm simply going to assess, instead of the $500 in fines, I'll assess $25. Instead of the $500 in court costs, I'll assess $0. And the state of Michigan costs on that, I can't do anything on that. That's $125. So on the allowing a licensed person to drive, that's $150. On the speeding ticket, again, because he was gone for an extended period of time, the fines and costs were now set at $303. I'm going to reduce that to if he paid it in 2020. So if he would have paid in 2020, it wouldn't have been $303. It would have been $130. So I'm going to reduce that back down to $130. Now, as far as he's got a violation of basic speed law ticket from 24 and a no proof of insurance ticket. So on both of those, I'm going to reduce that from the violation of basic speed law had worked its way up to 210. I'm going to move that back down to 130. And the no proof insurance from 273 to 175. And so 280. And then the 2024 tickets, I'm going to reduce for him. All right, so 280, 305. It's still a lot of money. I'm not gonna minimize that at all, but it's a huge reduction that we've offered. And that puts us at, math-wise, 585 total. Now, Mr. Curitan, realistically, if I give you like 5 months to pay that, is that enough time, you think?
Yeah, that's more than enough time.
All right, so I'm going to give you 5 months time to pay, and also 5 months to take care of that traffic class. All right.
Okay.
So we'll send you the information in the mail. Again, and we're good to send it. I'm not going to put your full address out there, but Grandview is still good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So look for this. I don't have any of the new ones. Look for it. You'll see a yellow sheet of paper. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I just have a question though, because I paid like about $700 in total when I had failed to appear for the warrant fee, and I was trying to figure out would I be able to use that towards.
So
those.
that's a good point. That's a good point. The challenge is that I have $300 in bond. Okay. But it's in the name of January Williams. So we have to send it back to that person unless they call up to the court. If they call up to the court and say that it can be used, then we can use it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I could just have her call today.
You absolutely could. Let me give you a phone number. All right. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. 248.
248.
246.
246.
3675.
Okay.
All right. And that will definitely put a dent in this. That'd be great. Okay. Now, I
And
said
then
I said a yellow sheet. It's not going to be a yellow sheet. It'll be a blue sheet that'll give you the information about the online traffic class. Okay.
okay. It was another. That wasn't the only one. It was one in my name too.
It wasn't for another court because I'm looking at.
No, it was for the very first time that I came. The very first time that I came, I had to pay. I think it was another $300.
Well, I'll definitely have my staff look for that. The only thing that I have on this file is the $300 bond. I would, when she calls up there, you can also use that same number to call and say, I thought I had more bond money. My staff can definitely look that up for you. And if there is more money, then by all means, we'll apply it. And if it's another $300, yeah, that's pretty darn close to the 585 last I checked. So you might be good.
Yeah, I just want to get it taken care of. And I still had a receipt for that though also, so we can get it taken care of.
All right, so good luck, Mr. Curitan. Like I said, we'll give you 5 months time to pay and 5 months to take that traffic class. And the good news is, Mr. Curitan, if you want to take care of everything as well, once you take that traffic class, it's online. They notify us. You don't even have to come back to court.
Okay.
All right, good luck, sir.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, hold on 1 second for me. Okay, Mr. Lewis, based on the challenges that you've had with getting a hold of Mr. Hoag, I'm just going to set it for a final pretrial next Friday, and let's see if he shows up. And if he doesn't, then we won't have a trial. And if he does, then we could discuss, whether we need to adjourn that trial date because you haven't been in touch with them. What do you think?
All right, Judge.
Does that make sense? Because
yes,
because that way we can see if he's just disappeared on us, there's nothing you could do about it. And the court has to, I don't want to bring in a jury just to have nobody show up. But if he does show up on the 20th, that's a tight turnaround time for you to be prepped for trial on the 24th without having talked to him. And so we could talk about an adjournment at that point. Okay.
All right, Judge. I do have a court appearance in Wayne County that I have to. Oh,
sure.
You did say November the 20th, not the 21st, right?
Yeah, right, November. No, the 21st. I'm sorry. It's got to be the 21st. It's a state date. Thank you for pointing that out. It'll be the 21st.
Okay.
So, it could be morning or afternoon. Doesn't matter to me.
I can definitely be there in the afternoon for sure.
We can't do the afternoon. So, but can you be here right at 1:30 on that day? On
yes,
Zoom?
I can be there with no problem at 1:30.
Because I have an exam that starts at 1:30 and I'd like to get you in before that, okay?
Okay, now, do you want me to be in person or?
Nope, Zoom is fine.
Okay, then.
And we're going to send notice to your client and to you, okay?
All right, thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Okay, Miss Alter and Mr. Meeks.
Yo, here, Mr. Meeks.
Okay, and what happened to George Kelly? Did we lose George Kelly?
Mr. Kelly's in the I see him on my screen, Judge. He's in the court's conference
Oh,
room.
there he is. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Kelly, then Mr. Meeks, then Ms. Alter. So Mr. Kelly, 25-00954.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of George Kelly. Hi, Mr. Kelly.
Hi.
Hi. So, Judge, we spoke. There's two tickets. One is out of Royal Oak. It's 318, but I'm requesting that you allow Mr. Kelly to pay the $45 clearance fee to lift the suspension. I explained to
Yes.
him he would still owe the balance, but that would at least lift one of the suspensions. The other ticket is out of Oak Park. It's 336. Mr. Kelly is in pretty dire financial straits right now. He's caring for two disabled people. He does obviously really need to get his driver's license back, but right now it's a money game and he needs at least 60 days to be able to take care of Oak Park. And maybe
Yeah.
longer. I don't know if I should say 60. I know we spoke about 60, Mr. Kelly, but I don't know if you maybe need more.
So Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
if you had $45, he could actually clear the no proof of insurance, at least get a clearance today. I mean, there'll be other, a balance that he'd have to take care of eventually, but he could take care of $45 and take care of that Royal Oak one. So I think he's here at the courthouse. So if he had $45, he could do that today. And then Oak Park, they usually want the whole thing in my experience. So that might take a little bit more time. But Mr. Kelly, once you take care of those two tickets, then I do believe that his license will be valid again.
Yes. Okay. Now the Royal Oak, I can pay that in full today?
Well, if you wanted to pay it in full, you could, but I'm only expecting you to pay $45 of it today.
Okay.
And the $45 will get you a clearance. And
Okay.
then if you do have some funds, spend it on Oak Park because they will want the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
How much of a leeway do I get here? How many days?
Well, so from me, you get plenty of time, whatever time that you need. But you also just need to know that until they're taken care of, your license will still be suspended.
Yeah. Okay. So you recommend I pay $45 today, and then you guys lift the suspension, okay? And then I have to hook up with Oak Park.
Yes.
And
pay their ticket.
Pay their fine.
Yes.
And then one more step.
Well, he's got one more step after that.
Well, won't he have to do a reinstatement fee even though he's not expired because of the tickets?
But he didn't get a 30-day trailer suspension. These are all just court-related tickets. They're the court-related suspensions. He doesn't have a Secretary of State suspension.
Right, but he's not right. I understand, but is he not going to owe it because he's not expired until May? A reinstatement fee? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that, like, if you had somebody who had an unpaid ticket, they have to pay the ticket, and if they didn't have a trailer suspension, I don't know that they have to then pay another $125 reinstatement fee. I'm not sure about that.
I believe he will, but I would be very happy for Mr. Kelly to reach out to me once Oak Park is paid, and then we can rerun it, Judge, and see if that's true.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's take a look at that. So, Mr. Kelly, first things first. Let's start with the cheapest stop first. All right. $45 will take care of Royal Oak. Now remember, there's a larger fine, but I'm letting you pay $45 of it to get the clearance. Okay.
Yes, okay.
All right. Then we go to Oak Park, and whatever they need from you on the no proof insurance, they're going to want the whole total. So that's
Whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that's the whole 9 yards. And then when you get done with those two, you talk to Ms. Chappelle, and then we'll rerun your record. And if there's a further fee at the Secretary of State, we'll figure that out. Okay.
Okay.
So for now, I'm just going to adjourn it 90 days to give him plenty of time to do all this. And you might need longer than 90 days, and I'll give you longer than 90 days, but I'll start with 90. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, sir. You're all set for today.
All right. I can go down and pay the $45 today?
Yeah. You head down right now.
Okay. All right.
All right. Good luck, sir.
They're going to give me paperwork.
They will give you paperwork.
Okay. And then you're sending me paperwork?
For a new court date for a new court date in 90 days.
Yeah, okay. All right, I think I'm all set.
Yep, you're all set. Ms. Chappelle will follow up with you.
Okay,
Take care.
bye.
All right, Mr. Meeks, and then Ms. Alter, 25-00559, Emmanuel Meeks.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Emmanuel Meeks. So Judge, there was an Allegan, there was a Detroit, there was Burton. He took care of Allegan on the 11th of this month.
Yes, great.
And he has a great idea, very unique idea to propose to Detroit. So there's a 288 ticket for a no proof of insurance. He just completed a probationary period at the Third Circuit. He did a tremendous amount. They wanted 160 hours of community service. He did 275. So he was saying, I wonder if I could reach out to my probation officer and transfer some of those community service hours, and maybe they would waive the fine. And I said, that is unusual. That's a very unique thing to ask.
It's worth a try.
Why not? Did you do that, Mr. Meeks?
He did the work.
Yeah.
He's muted right now.
I think he's trying to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So, my PO said like she cool, like she said any extra hours, like I'm able to, if they accept it, it's cool. Like whoever I was going to, but I got contact her. Like I was on my way there, like right now. To be honest, we was actually in the midst. I was waiting on my cousin to pull up to give me a ride there, but yeah, I was gonna let her.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I mean, it's worth trying, and good job taking care of Allegan. I'll just bump this out. I'll just bump this out another 90 days. He's just chipping away, and that's, we just need to hang out, and wait while he's.
To be honest, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But to be honest, the time just came up so fast. It's like, I'm like, it came quicker than I thought. Like, the money that I used for Allegan, that was the money I was supposed to use for my class that I was taking. But it's for my probation though. But my PO, she'll understand, because last time I went to court, the judge had told me just do my she said just do my community service. Once I finished, she said she'd let me off, and I had finished my community service, and I let my PO know, and I did. And the community service is like, it's also like a job that I'm about to have in a minute. Like, so.
Yeah, Mr. Meeks, you're actually farther along than I expected, and having taken care of Allegan, we've got Detroit and Burton, and we're good to go. And you just need a little bit more time. I'm with you. I'll just bump it 90 days, and you just keep plowing away, Mr. Meeks, because you're closer today than when we started. And next time we see each other, you'll be even closer, and we'll get there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you're good. If you have anything that comes up, call Ms. Chappelle. Okay.
Okay. So so how should I proceed about going with the extra community service hours? Like, should I have my probation officer contact them to let them know how many was required and how much?
Well, I'd first find out from Detroit if they're even going to accept them. So I'd call them and say, are you going to accept them? And if they don't, then at least And if they say, well, maybe we'll take it for part of it, then you ask your probation officer. But I wouldn't ask your probation officer if it's not going to matter. You don't want to waste your probation officer's time. So I'd check first, okay?
So I called the Detroit courthouse.
Yes, the 36th District Court, and ask them, if I do extra community service, does that help with any fines and costs?
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Go get him, Mr. Meeks. You got this. Good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Alter, and then I need Delano Patrick after that. So 23-00709.
Ready, Your Honor. John Amgatapring on behalf of Tanya Alter. How you doing, Miss Alter?
Hi, I'm okay. Sorry, I'm in the sun. Like I'm trying to not have it. Sorry.
Perfectly bad time of day to be on Zoom in that room.
We can
I'm
see you,
doing
man.
good. How are you? Sorry about that.
Doing
That's
great,
fine.
doing great. So Judge, she only has one more no proof to clear in Hazel Park. And then she's I believe an OHAO hearing next.
Yes. But maybe Miss Alter can give us an update.
Well, okay, so I'm a little confused. I don't know if I think Miss Chappelli texted me, or was it you, Mr. Angot, that something else popped up from Hazel Park? Another ticket that
Well,
would have
that's what
went
we're
along with
showing.
that one?
Yep. I think I sent it. Hang on.
Because
Did
I
I
have a
send you
new
the
number, and
info?
I don't know if I gave you my new number, if that was on my old my old phone that broke.
Let me see what I sent.
Okay,
I
I'm
sent
sorry.
this that's okay. I sent this morning to, I'll give you the last four numbers that we have. My phone will pull it up. Hang on. 2190.
Yeah, okay, then I haven't given you guys my new number then. I'm sorry. My phone that broke, and I got my old phone broken. I got a new number recently with it.
Okay,
With
so
the new phone.
if you could just chat it here, I don't want to put it on the main record, so I'll send you a message if you could just chat back to me.
Okay.
And then John can text you, right?
Okay. Do I call you guys by your first names, except for you, Judge?
I'm sure that you could probably talk to John and Elizabeth by first names off the record. Mr. Angot probably on the record,
Okay. Okay.
Like I call you Miss
let me
Alter,
think.
There might be a point in time when you get your license back where I'll call you Tanya, but before that, we'll just stick with Miss Alter.
And that's what I've just always wanted. Oh, I'm trying to think of my new phone number. I'm sorry. Okay, I have it there. It's blinded by the light.
I'll send it to you, John, right now.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, cool.
All right, so he'll send you a text, and we just got to make sure we're on the same page with Hazel Park. I'm sure there's a decent amount of money on the no proof insurance, but once we get that taken care of, then you can actually finally start the process to make the application. It's been a long time, Ms. Alter.
Oh, tell me about it. I know. I don't know if this ticket that came up with it is another ticket that is going to cost more money.
So I'm telling you from what's on your driving record, there's only one ticket that's suspending your record, your license. There might be more tickets that you have to pay, but only one of them stands in the way of you applying for your license again, and that's the no proof insurance.
Okay. I didn't know for sure with that one. And then as you told me to wait on doing any of the other things like the class or the what was it for the evaluation thing?
Oh, yes.
Medical
You do. Yeah, because if those are time sensitive. And so if you do one now and you're not able to make your application for 90 days, then it gets stale and you have to do it all over again.
And that ticket, so now that I know for sure that that's the only one that is standing in the way, because that threw me off when I received his text a little bit, because I didn't know if it was going to affect or cost me more money. But I moved into my new place, and January or February, it's going to be a while, but maybe after the holidays, I'll be able to pay off that entire ticket, not just the $298, because that's when I'll get my reimbursement from school again, and I'm working for the winter semester. I thought I'd be able to do it with this semester, but I moved into a new place, and that just kind of
I know that when you have those moving costs that are unexpected and it takes a lot. So all right, well, you're good, ma'am. We'll see you back here in 90 days. Just keep us updated, okay?
Of course I will. Thank you so much.
Good luck. Take care.
Okay, you too. Happy holidays, everyone.
Thanks,
You as
Tanya.
well. Delano Patrick.
Bye, John.
Take care.
22-02-138, Delano Patrick, and I've got Cook on deck. All right, Mr. Patrick, are you there? Can you hear us?
I'm here.
There
Hello?
he is. Yep, I can hear you just fine. All right.
Elizabeth?
Miss
I think that's
Shelley,
yours.
Mr. Patrick, is that yours?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry about this. I was in Myers. I had to.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, having a hard time finding it if it's mine.
Hello?
I don't have.
Yep, Mr. Patrick. So I've had Mr. Patrick here for review. I still show a Ferndale no proof insurance that we're trying to clear. Because once he takes care of that ticket, then he should be able to go into the Secretary of State and get that license. So, Mr. Patrick, have you checked into that Ferndale ticket? You took care of that Dearborn ticket a while back, but how about that Ferndale ticket?
Yeah, I checked in with the Ferndale ticket. I just couldn't afford it right at the time, but I'm planning on paying it. It's like $200 and something, I believe.
Okay, so it's just a matter of you just need time to raise the funds.
Yeah, I just need time to raise the funds. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll play it. I have no problem giving you the time, but let's really start chipping away at this, okay? Because
But
best way
that's
I
the
can say
only
it to you,
thing that's stopping me,
that literally is the
right?
only thing stopping you. That's it. That's it.
Ferndale.
Ferndale.
Okay, and then does it tell you how much is it? Isn't it like 250 or
I
280?
can't see it, Mr. Ingham, Ms. Chappelle. Is it something you can look up online, or does he need to call for Ferndale?
I can look it up, Judge.
Ferndale's $264.
264? Okay.
She looked it up.
And that was back in August. I sent that, so I don't know if they tacked on any late fees. Hopefully not.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
264. Okay, so Mr. Patrick, I'm going to bump this out. How about 4 months? Did I give you enough time?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. And once you get that paid, make your appointment with the Secretary of State right away, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, good luck, Mr. Patrick.
Thank you.
All right, give me 1 second, then I want to go on Alan Cook, followed by Adam Schroeder. Just need 1 quick second. Okay, that was more like 15 seconds, but still pretty quick. All right, Alan Cook, 2500172.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Shippley on behalf of Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook, did you happen to get my text message?
I did. Unfortunately, I only get it when I'm near
Wi-Fi? Yeah.
my cell phone service is off.
Okay, so if you were able to see, I'm trying to look it up right now, but there's just one no proof, Judge, one no proof, and I'm gonna bet it's the 288. Do you recall? Let me look.
For you talking about far as the one ticket from
Yes.
Detroit.
Yes.
I don't know exactly what the ticket is for, but I have. I think it's 3 something.
Might be 336.
Yeah, and then recently, just
336.
after my last hearing with you guys, I got a letter in the mail from another lawyer saying I had 2 other tickets from Detroit. So it said my total was $714.
I just see the one.
I know. I even went to the Secretary of State before my last hearing with you all, and the Secretary of State only showed me 1 ticket, which was the 3 something.
Yeah.
Like I said, after my last hearing with you all, I got a letter from a lawyer's office saying that I had 2 other tickets totaling $714 with that 1 3 something.
Well, here's my guess is he probably got a letter that court might do collections. And
oh, that makes sense.
They'll send you everything that you owe. And eventually, Mr. Cook, you will have to pay all of that. But my hope is I want you to pay this ticket first. If you have other tickets to pay, we could pay those on another day. If you pay this no proof insurance first, then you can go get your license. Those other tickets aren't suspending you. This is the
Okay,
one that's
yeah,
suspending
because I'm having a little financial hardship. So when I got that letter saying I owed the 700, and with the reinstatement fee, that makes my fines and stuff like $800. I just don't have that sparingly right now.
Yeah, so Mr. Cook, you get a letter like that, please reach out to Ms. Chappelli. Please reach out, and that way, instead of feeling defeated, you can be reminded that, hey, that's true, but we need to focus on the fact that you're only $336 away from getting your license. You're not $700 and some dollars away, and a reinstatement fee and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So
yeah, I have to take a screenshot of the picture and send it to her. But like I said, my cell phone service is off right now, and I only can text when I'm near Wi-Fi. And so,
well, screenshot it next time you're near Wi-Fi. Send that to Ms. Chappelli. All right. But remember, Mr. Cook, just hearing now that your phone shut off, all that kind of stuff, it's a reminder of why we got to get this license so that you can have some level of financial freedom, so you can get a better job, so you can get yourself to places, that type of thing. You know, you could drive for a job, you know, and so what you need from me while you're in this moment of economic challenge, you just need a little bit more time to save up that money for that Detroit ticket. You got it, man. I will absolutely give it to you. Okay.
thank you.
All right. So just keep in mind what I keep telling you, which is the no proof of insurance, that ticket, and the reinstatement fee. Those are the things that you need to be focused on. If anybody else sends you letters, court related stuff, before you freak out about it, talk to Ms. Chappelli first. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in 90 days. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Hang in there. All right. Adam Schroeder, followed by Ms. Reynolds. All right. 2402-364.
Ready, Your Honor. John Ann got appearing on behalf of Adam Schroeder. How you doing, Mr. Schroeder? Oh, you're on mute. You're doing what I do.
Just got to unmute him.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
So, Judge, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just going to say, how are you guys doing?
We're good, Mr. Schroeder.
So he has a 2 within 7, but I believe he's eligible now, Judge. So it's just a matter of getting all the goods put together, and if you can afford it now, to look into counsel to get you through the process.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got another one in Warren.
Another what?
I don't driving on suspended. Now I talked to the attorney and he said he could fix it, but he wanted $1,500, and I definitely don't have that. So I didn't get the court date yet, but I'm hoping that because I'm eligible. I called that number that you guys gave me, and he said he could get my license back. That it would definitely happen. And then I had the other ticket. So if I can get the judge to change it to a different type of ticket, even, then I can go get my license back.
Okay, so there was so it's my understanding there was a new case out of Warren.
Yes.
All right. I don't want you to talk anything about the case. All right. You're presumed to be innocent, and so the court doesn't want you to violate or have any of your rights infringed on right now. Okay. Now,
I just don't want to hide it from you.
No, and I appreciate that, because obviously, if that's true, it's going to be frustrating on the court's end, because I'm trying to work with you, Mr. Schroeder, and one of the things that we got to do is make sure you're not behind the wheel. But I will wait and see. And Mr. Ingot, I'm sure, I have to imagine if he connects with a lawyer to try to reinstate his license, I'm sure those lawyers could also help him with a new driving license suspended out of Warren and try to go in there and get a different charge. But it's an expensive proposition, for sure. He could always, I don't know who does MIDC work over in Warren, but he could always connect with MIDC over there and see if one of the assigned counsel can help him. But I'll tell you, Mr. Schroeder, if you get any charge on you to hit your record, then that revocation that you had will start over again.
Yes.
You'll have another year.
Yeah. And I'm really trying to avoid that. I'm in a position where like I'm disabled, so I can't walk to the bus stops and like I can't do it. And I have so many doctors that I'm going to right now. I need to get my license back because it's very, very hard to keep up with everything. I've had a heart attack, my leg's broken, like it's been frustrating on this side.
Sure. Have you reached out to different community resource groups that might be able to help with transportation based on your physical situation? I don't know if there's,
There is. I just talked to, because I have a counselor, like a psychiatrist type person that helps with a lot of personal stuff. So she just sent me some information to connect with a couple of these places.
Because that's the key. Because I believe there's a number of organizations. They're not going to shuffle you around town, just to do odds and ends, but they I know that there are organizations that will take people to medical appointments.
Yes. Yes, there is.
All right. Well, Mr. Angot, we just need to reinforce to Mr. Schroeder the list that's out there for attorneys that he can reach out to, and just give some time for Mr. Schroeder to sort out what happens in Warren and then start the process.
Adam, has an attorney reached out to you for the Warren case yet?
No, I haven't even gotten a date. Like Warren. So I called Warren and she said that they were very backed up and that mine was not high priority. So
just stay in touch with me regarding that. I know I sent you a couple names, Miss Spotch. Is that who you're talking about?
Oh, I didn't look yet. So
that's okay. That's okay. Yeah,
but yeah, the one lawyer said he would have no problem doing it, but he needed 1,500 all at once.
I got you.
Couldn't do that.
Okay. All right. Well, if you need anything, you've got my number. Let me know. And just when the Warren case comes up, let me know that as well, so then I can kind of give you some thoughts on what you should try and achieve there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Schroeder. Hang in there.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Miss Reynolds, and then Miss Crum, 2401882.
Is that China Reynolds?
Yes.
China, you're on mute. There she is.
Yeah.
Judge, that's China Reynolds, Michigan licensed driver.
Oh, Miss Reynolds. It's been one of those afternoons too, where, we're working with people, and it's been a grind because it's tough to see so many people really working hard and trying to get their license and running into brick walls. And it's just really nice to see somebody who, faced so many challenges, stuck with us, stuck with this docket and made it across the finish line. We're so happy for you, Miss Reynolds. I mean, you have to be happy about getting your license, right?
Yes.
Were you relieved? I mean, it has to be you had to feel relieved, right?
Yes.
So, what's it been like driving on a valid license?
Good. Yep, it's been good.
It's got to be great. You're not looking over your shoulder.
I ain't got to worry too much. Not too much.
Right.
Well, I'm so happy for her, and obviously, so she had pled to allowing a licensed person to drive and public nuisance, and obviously we were holding off on all fines and costs. The really good news, Miss Reynolds, because you got your license back, now you had received an initial reduction down to allowing a licensed person to drive, which is a misdemeanor, but it was at least a good misdemeanor in that it didn't go on your driving record. Well, the prosecutor has offered to anybody who completes our program, and it's a Royal Oak case, to give you a further reduction so that even that misdemeanor is gone and just a public nuisance, the civil infraction, which you already pled to, that basically all that'll be left are 2 civil infractions that don't go on your driving record, don't go on your criminal record, are basically like parking tickets. So Ms. Reynolds, not only have you got a license, but you've also eliminated all misdemeanor criminal charges from this case. Great job.
Thank y'all.
So today, what I can do is, because she has her license back, I can offer her a tremendous reduction in fines and costs. Mr. Angot, anything before the court sets the fine?
Judge,
Wait,
I'm just. Go ahead, China.
Oh, I thought you was talking to me. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm asking Mr. Angot first if he has anything that he wants to say on your behalf before I set the fine amount.
No, Judge, I'm just going to say this. China's been working it and paying things down, and she got to the finish line. That was our goal. She achieved her own goal, and I'm just so proud of you, China. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Reynolds, I love the sound of a full house. It makes me so happy because it tells me that this license is going to allow you to, chauffeur your crew around and get them where they need to go safely, and that you'll always be able to be there, and you don't have to worry about being separated from them for something like a traffic matter, right?
Right. That's true.
It's the order of this court. That on the public nuisance, on each one of these, the maximum fine could be $500, and there are 2 of these counts, but I'm going to take it down, not to the $500, but rather to $75 on each case.
Nice.
Okay. So the grand total will be $150 altogether, and I will give you, how's 3 months to pay? Is that enough time?
Yes. Yes.
All right, 3 months time to pay. Mr. Angot will give you the information on how to call and make the payments. And Ms. Reynolds, if you need more time than that, all you have to do is call. You've got tons of credit with this court, okay?
Okay.
All right, you're all set, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you.
Oh, I remember what that was like with 3 little ones and the chorus of squawks and squeals and sounds of delight, and the happy chaos that is chasing around a bunch of little kids. So I hope for Miss Reynolds' sake that this license means that she's going to be able to be all right getting them to everywhere she needs to get them to go,
Yes, absolutely. That's
all
so
right.
cool.
So Ms. Crum, then Ms. Tenen.
Yes, I'm here.
22-00214, Shadonna Crum. Ms. Crum
Elizabeth
is still,
Capelli for Miss Crum.
she's still muted. No, you're next, Miss Tenen, so don't go too far, all right?
Oh, sorry.
Ms. Crum, are you there? Okay, well, I know. Here she comes. Now we just got to have her unmute.
Okay. So Judge, the update is that she was.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you.
She was, the update was that she was marked as canceled. However, in that time frame, since the record was run, she has taken the written test and she has her road test set for tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, Miss
Yes,
Crum.
I just have to go into Secretary of State. I paid for everything, so they just telling me just to come and update my address, and then I don't think I have to pay those $25 over again because I paid it already.
Yes. All right, so she just needs a couple weeks to get the house in order then?
Yep.
All right, Miss Crum, you've never been closer.
Yes, I go to Secretary of State tomorrow.
I'm just going to bump it a week. All right, 1 week. Does that sound like a plan?
1 week.
Ms. Crum,
Okay.
you said you took your written test, right?
Yes, I already did on the 23rd of October.
Okay. So why are you going back to
And
Secretary
I
of State?
passed. They told me I need to come in because I had to pay the $100 to Birmingham, Alabama. I thought it was all over, but I had to pay the $100 reinstatement. That was the end, and they had canceled it. They end up canceling it. So she told me that I need to come back in, and she see that in the system that I paid $25 already. So
Okay, good.
if they want to make me pay, reimburse my $25 that I already paid and paid that 25 back if that be the problem. But she said I shouldn't have a problem tomorrow.
This is the one where I think Tammy helped out with Alabama, I thought.
Probably.
Yes, this Alabama. They said it was $100 when they said the declarants ain't have nothing on it. You know, when they handle a ticket, you have to go to court and pay the ticket, the fee from the ticket. So that's what I had to do.
I just want to tell you, I was very grateful. It sounded like you and Tammy were able to get some good work done together. I'm glad Tammy was able to help you, Ms. Crum.
Yes.
And just in case, I'm going to bump, because you did not take your road test, or you did take your road test?
I did. I passed on October the 23rd.
Of course you did.
Yeah. So Ms. Chappelle, remember it was the Alabama thing.
It was the Alabama thing.
All right. So I'm just going to bump this 1 week. I'll see her in a week. She'll have gone to the Secretary of State. She'll have a full and valid license. We'll celebrate, and, obviously reduce as much as we can any of those fines and costs. And Ms. Crum, what a journey you've been on. I just, I mean, you have conducted yourself with such determination and class. I'm grateful to know you, and good luck. I'll see you in a week. Okay.
Okay. I thank you so much.
Judge,
take care.
Shadana, before you leave, I got to say one thing. Because your first name is Judge, Judge, you don't get some of the perks that we get, but Shadana texted me her Secretary of State appointment earlier today, and I was so excited for her. So we get that on occasion. We get the heads up that good things or the great things or the goal line has been achieved. And Shadana, thank you for letting me know. It just made my morning.
I thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you in a week. All right. Finish it. You got this.
All righty.
We'll see you.
All right, Miss Tenen.
Okay.
Miss Tenen, and then Al-Hajjaj. Al-Hajjaj, I think. Probably saying that wrong.
I'm here.
Okay, Miss Tenen, 20-01394.
So, Judge, I got appearing on behalf of Corey Tennant. This is another one, Judge, where I got the heads up before anyone. She really got things done this week. And so, to my understanding, she has a full and valid license in her pocket. And if you could update her driving record, hopefully that will show exactly what happened. I'm laughing because the way she texted it, it was just a by the way. Oh, by the way, I got my license.
All right, Monica, can you run a new record for me real quick? Because Miss Tenen and I have been together for a minute. And myself and Judge Kolakowski each have had a chance to meet with her, talk with her. And again, she has been reliable, dependable. She shows up for court. She shows up and she's doing something. She's got work done. She's not sitting on her hands. And this has been a long journey with lots of different barriers in place. And I'm very much looking forward to this new record coming in, because if it shows me she's got a valid license, what this must mean to Miss Tenen, what this must mean as a sense of accomplishment, because nothing at any point in time was handed to her. All we could do was encourage. All we could do was hope. She had to make it happen. And by God, Johnny, she has a valid license. Miss Tenen, let's go.
So, Judge, this is a young woman who just has so much drive. And she revealed again today, we've been with her long enough where she got her undergraduate degree. And now she's only about 6 months away from having her master's degree in her pocket. And that's amazing to me. You just don't quit. This woman does not quit.
Thank you guys so much.
Ms. Tenen, is there anything you'd like to say? Now, here's the good thing. It's a Royal case. So the allowing a licensed person to drive that she pled to in November of 23. So it's been a 2-year journey we've been on together. And I think it's one that's been worth taking, obviously. So that allowing a licensed person to drive will be further reduced to the non-criminal civil infraction, public nuisance. So that one is like almost like a glorified parking ticket. And what it does, it allows me to reduce your fines and costs even more. And when you have your master's degree and you go in for interviews, you won't even have to report you have any kind of misdemeanor here. You won't have to report anything about this. So that is, again, a real tribute to the work that you've done here. All right. So is there anything, you get the last word here. Is there anything you'd like to say before this court imposes sentence?
I just want to say thank you so much for being so kind, because I've dealt with other courts and it wasn't as easy or as understanding as you guys were. I want to say thank you to my lawyer as well, because he's always on me, updating me, has all the information and all the answers. So I really appreciate you guys working with me.
Oh, it's been great working with you, ma'am. All right. So, she had pled to expired plates, and we've held off on any sort of payments on that. So the fine on that is $130 on the expired plates. And the public nuisance, the maximum fine is $500. I'm going to reduce that as well. So let's take that down to $50. So from $500 to $50. And you also have an old parking ticket here. That parking ticket had worked its way up to $78. And I'm going to waive $58 of that and just go back to as if you paid the parking ticket when you got it. And that's $20. So for 3 different tickets, I've compressed it down to just $200 all in, clears everything out of this court, any and all late fees and anything like that. And the other thing that we'll do is 90 days time to pay. Is that enough time?
Yes.
If you need more time, just call us. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, Ms. Tenen, there's no other way around it. You're a superstar. And it's frustrating when I see circumstances like this, when I have someone who is clearly, talented and has high potential, and based on driving related challenges, always related to finances, not on bad driving, those types of things, that at any point in time that you felt like a criminal, because you never were. So, Ms. Tenen, I'm glad that we've closed this chapter. So now you can take all that talent and put it towards bettering your life and getting to all those goals that you have. Because, Ms. Tenen, one thing that convinced me about this last 2 years is that whatever you put your mind to, you will get it done.
Amen.
All right. Good luck, Ms. Tenen. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Let me know when you get that PhD. I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
I sure will. Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
That was that's just wonderful.
Finally.
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Take care.
Take care.
Okay. All right, Al Hajai, 2500653.
Hello.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelli, I did not communicate, but I don't think I really need to, because everything seems to be in order.
I'm pretty fired up about this because I saw him back in August, and I thought we were close then. So I just bumped it out 60 days just to make sure everything was in order. There was a request for a further adjournment, but really 4 days after I saw him, 4 days, got a full and valid license. That is impressive. What's it been like driving? Everything good? Have you feeling good
Yeah,
about
everything is
yourself?
good. Yeah, I just had to pay. It was that one ticket I paid, and the other one I did. What's it called? A payment plan on it, and then I ended up getting my chauffeur's license, got a towing job, and then I've been doing that ever since. But yeah, everything's going well so far. Just staying away from trouble, not getting pulled over, knock on wood. So as long as I stay away from that, then I should be fine.
Sir, I'm happy for you because again, a couple things come out of this. And so because it's a Royal case, just like with the one before you, the one remaining criminal matter, even though allowing a licensed person to drive was a great reduction, it still is technically a criminal charge. That's getting further reduced to a civil infraction. So when you pled, you pled to allowing and then a public nuisance, which is a non-reportable civil infraction. And now I'm able to turn that allowing into another public nuisance, a non-reportable civil infraction. And as you heard from the lady just before you, I'm able to then greatly reduce your fines and costs. You made that happen. And I just like to hear, I'm just glad to hear what you're doing with the license. Like you didn't just get a license and you're just like, oh, well, you got your license and then you're putting it in action.
Yeah.
So is there anything you'd like to say before this court imposes sentence?
Just not necessarily. It's just I kind of have a question. I mean, do I still have those misdemeanors, or what do I have for now?
No, and out of here. So you'll have what's what's called a municipal civil infraction. The charge is called public nuisance. All right, but the way the impact of it is the same as a parking ticket. You'll just have a fine.
So it's not like points or anything that go in
No
directly
points.
like that?
There's no points. There's
Mhm.
no mark on your criminal record. Like you had a situation where you had potentially a couple misdemeanors and you've walked away with 0 misdemeanors and given me a chance to really reduce your fines and costs.
That's good.
All right.
I also have another question. I know
Go ahead.
this it's different for every court, I'm sure, but I'm actually trying to bump up and then get my commercial, and then with also me being in flight school, it kind of does mess like the record. I'm trying to clear up with other courts. Like I don't know if there's a way to where I can tell them my story and then like basically trying to get those points reduced, if not removed. If I can stay like on like a good probation period where I stay away from trouble or whatnot. So I don't know if that's like a possible thing or not.
So just so you know, I'm looking at your record now. So the only points on your record, you have a speeding ticket out of Dearborn from August of last year. That's 2 points. Got an old careless driving from December 25th. But I think do the points fall off after 2 years, Ms. Chappelli? Did it 2 years?
I believe 2. Some
Okay.
people say 3.
Yeah, sometimes I get different answers. One lawyer told me 5 years, one lawyer
No,
told
not
me 2
5.
years. I'm like,
Not
5
5.
years? I'm
Not
like, bro,
5.
I can't do 5 years. I'm like, that's too much.
That might be.
Secretary of State is 2 years. Insurance companies are the question
I
mark.
thought insurance is longer.
So 2 years.
They do whatever they want to do. They have a different point system than the Secretary of State. So
Yeah, they have like a driving score or something. I'll talk to them about it.
Okay, so basically 4 of your points drop off after Christmas. And then you only have the 2 points out of Dearborn.
Okay. Yeah, that one I actually it's not really a funny story, but it is a little funny. My dad ended up paying it by accident. I didn't even get to go to court because I had dash cam footage of me going the speed limit. And I did not know that up until I downloaded the dash cam footage. And then yeah, that could have been a dismissed case, but unfortunately my dad went and paid it without me knowing, and yeah.
I was just trying to be nice, you know?
Right.
I know, yeah, it's not his fault. It's just it sucks because I had dash cam footage proving that I was not even going as fast as they even said I was going, but it's whatever.
Well, now I don't think there's anything that's on your record that'll stop you from, moving to the CDL, especially after Christmas. You'll knock out those 4 points. They'll just be the 2, and you have a valid license and nothing coming from this case.
That's good.
It's an order of this court. The public nuisance, the max fine is $500. I will set it at $100. The second one, the max fine is $100. I'll set the second one at $75. So the grand total on both charges is $175. So an $825 reduction based on great work that you've done. If I give you 60 days time to pay. Is that enough time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Well
All right.
done.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Take care.
Yep.
All right. On the Motorola Moto G 5G,
Aldrich?
in the red, can you unmute, state your name?
Ramona Aldrich.
Yep, Miss Aldrich. Yep. Okay, 2500514.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle for Ramona Aldrich. So the update that I gave you on Miss Crum was actually Miss Aldrich's update. I had gotten my notes screwed up. So she took her written test and passed. And then her road test is set for November 20th.
Great. Wow.
Yeah.
Miss Aldrich. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, what a great story this is. After all that time to be in a position to get your full license again. Well, I mean, well done. And so how many, you said November 20th?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just got to bump this out a couple weeks. She'll have her full license. We'll celebrate. Hooray, I'll reduce fines and costs. We're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
It sounds like a plan, right?
Yes.
So Miss Aldrich, who's making Thanksgiving dinner this year?
My niece in Detroit. I'm coming to Detroit.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Well, we'll be glad to have you. And again, I'm glad to hear that somebody else is going to be doing the cooking, so you just can do the eating, right?
Yes, yes.
How long are you going to stay in town?
A week.
Oh, are you flying out the next Thursday?
No, we're driving Wednesday. There was no more flights available.
Oh my goodness.
I was thinking, oh my gosh, if she passes that road test in Minnesota and then comes here, she could meet you.
Well, but she'll be on her way on Wednesday. It was good thinking, but she'll be on her way on Wednesday.
Yep.
So, all right. So, we'll see you in about 3-4 weeks, and we'll celebrate that Minnesota license. And safe travels to Detroit. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Good to see you.
Thank you. You too.
Take care.
Is your niece a good cook?
Yes.
What time should we be there?
All right, you be well, ma'am.
Have a great holiday.